Hi, friends. Welcome back to Midweek Encouragement. Hey, question. Let's think. Let's go way back in time. Did you ever play hide and seek when you were a child? A lot of fun. Yeah. What was the best hiding place you ever had? Who did you play with? This was the game that my cousins would play, and we would do this together as a group when they would come over to our house, and we would have to go outside and play. Maybe we were driving the adults crazy, but whoever was it, they had to cover their eyes and they had to count to a predetermined number. And when they got there, they would say, "Ready or not, here I come." When the seeker found the one of the people hiding, they were the next one that had to count while everybody else hid. But once that they were found, the counter would start off, or the person that was it would yell, "Olly, Olly, all come free." Actually, I think the original statement is "Olly, Olly, oxen free." But it means that there is a truce, that it indicates that the players who are hiding can come out of hiding, and they're open. They're not going to get out of the game or lose the game, or they're going to be it. They're going to get to hide again because somebody was caught. Now, maybe that was a game to prepare us for adulthood. Um, I wish when can't find my keys or a book or my glasses or something, I wish I could just say, "Ollie, Ollie, all come free." And boom, there it would be. But what do we do when we've lost something? We look until we find it. And it's always the last place we look, right? Well, I believe anything worth having is worth giving great effort on our part to find it and to locate it. Um, we would prefer an easy path, but it is, if it's worth having, it's worth working hard for or worth fighting for. For me, watching what I should eat and what I shouldn't eat isn't easy. Exercise and the discipline are two words that a lot of people would prefer to avoid. I know some people that consider those words as profanity. Um, choosing to be grateful and not complaining is a challenge, because I think our natural default is to complain and to do it often. I'm learning that if you are not grateful, you'll become hateful. And if you are hateful, you'll become hurtful, all because you don't have a heart full of gratitude. One day, Mary and Martha, they had invited Jesus and the others over for a meal. And Martha is becoming very upset at Mary because Mary's not helping. But where is Mary? It's in Martha's opinion that Mary was being lazy while she was at the feet of Jesus. And Jesus says to her, "Martha, Martha, she's chosen the better thing." And how often do we see Jesus taking the hard path over the easy one, all because he had a purpose in mind? Think about this. Matthew chapter 7, verses 13 and 14. "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow is the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." I think this is a message that is for everyone, but it is also for very specific people. Not every path leads to God. It's not all dogs go to heaven, and not all cats. Jesus isn't saying that we earn our salvation by looking for the harder path or praying longer prayers or giving more in the offering or making more sacrifice. He's simply saying, "I'm the gate, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And no one comes to the Father except through me." When he is talking about the path being narrow, it is said that we will keep our eyes on the road ahead of us and not what's beside us or behind us. It's okay to look back, we just can't stare. And it's more than just keeping our eyes on the road. I believe we are to guard our heart and guard our ears, and we can guard our heart from distraction so that the enemy keeps throwing up. You can't earn his gift of salvation, but you can accept his gift of grace and share that gift of grace so that you and others can enter through the narrow gate. I'm as guilty as anyone else when it comes to doom scrolling on the phone, rather than attempting to know Christ more intimately. Because it is easy to get caught up in work and deadlines and forget to confess and repent of our sin. It's easy to put God on the back burner, but the more we push him back, the farther it is to find him again. In exercise, some say no pain, no gain. Jesus says obedience is better than sacrifice. The hard road, the less traveled road, may not be the easiest or the most popular, but it is always worth it. The narrow gate leads to life, the adventure, and there is no other way to heaven other than Jesus. When he returns, there's not going to be Olly, Olly, I'll come free. It's going to be ready or not, here I come. What do you need to be sure? What do you need to do to be sure that you are ready when he comes again? In Revelation 2:5, it says, remember the height from which you have fallen, repent, and do the things you did at first. What's it going to take for you to get back to the hot spot? He's only a call out. I'm reminded of the story, a man and a woman, they were sitting in their pickup. She was by the door. He was at the driver's seat. It was a bench seat, an older pickup. They don't make them like this anymore. She looked over at him and said, why don't we sit close together like we used to when we were first dating, when we were first married? He said, I never moved. God has not moved, and he's always ready for you to come back. Blessings.